Teresa, another most asked, people wanted me to ask you this. None of them, most of them don't know the story, like how you met, where did you meet, how did it all happen. So if you could briefly share how both of you met and how eventually it ended up in the sacrament of marriage.
So I had 4 jobs, like working in a 5-star hotel and working as in a timeshare place, and 4 different jobs.
Yeah.
And in all these places, I met people who came up to me and said, people I knew kind of thing, came up to me and said, do you mind getting married to someone outside your community?
Oh.
And I ended up in saying, well, I don't mind. Who is it? And that person would always say Glen.
Seriously?
Actually, he was famous in town, and I'm just a person come from Jharkhand. So nobody knew me. I was like a stranger in town. But him, they knew. And we were strangers. So how would even someone connect,
Yeah.
So we're basically from different communities. And enough and more boys in my communities, being in Kerala. Okay. So all these 4 people, and I didn't join the dots. And I'm like, well, that's what they're thinking. And finally, we go for the prayer meeting that he conducts. It was on a Saturday at that time. And myself and my sister, we are climbing up the stairs, and this lady is coming down. She's looking at us. She's a complete stranger. And she's asking me, though I'm with my elder sister, so do you mind getting married to someone outside your community? There goes. And I'm like, I didn't ask her who it is. And she had Glen in mind. So she finally brought Glen's mother to my parents. And my parents very, very gently and firmly, they say a no. And then when they're in their prayer meeting, they're getting messages that the marriage will be fixed on December 24th.
Wow.
And the girl going to get married will come to your doorsteps, and they get initials. So my name is Teresa, of course. My dad's name is Christopher, and our family name is Arakkal.
Okay.
So TCA. So they got the initials also. And so it happened that we joined the choir. So for one of the choir practices, he couldn't come to church. So we all, before the marriage, right? We all are coming to his house.
Okay.
So that per prophecy. And on December 24th, he normally calls all the people to his house for, just cake and get together. And it so happened that we were part of the choir. So we were called, and my parents were in church. So they were also, pulled in. And the parish priest happened to come. And someone asked my dad, Uncle, it's a nice day. Why don't you say yes? Meaning to say, And my dad smiled, and the decision was solemnized by the priest.
Wow.
So that was on December 24th.
Oh.
So, yeah.
But you were okay with Glen?
Yeah, because so when I prayed, I was getting this. In fact, I was in my office, and when Glen had called me in my office once, and I noted the time. It was December 1st. It was 1 o'clock. And for some reason, I noted it in my diary as if it would be momentous. I normally don't note things like that. And that happened to be momentous because we met out for lunch. Was it here, lunch? And that's when he proposed, yeah.
Oh, I wish something like that happens to me.